Top Inventions and Discoveries of Mesopotamia. Part 1. The cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia, was the birthplace of many valuable inventions and discoveries. It was here that agriculture began. Irrigation and farming were commonplace in this area because of the fertile land between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers. The invention of agriculture made it possible for humans to stay in the same place for a longer period of time without depending on hunting. The earliest form of writing was invented in Mesopotamia, as were the first means of transportation, the chariot and the sailboat. Most innovative ideas that we take for granted today were invented or discovered in Mesopotamia. Here are the top 11 inventions and discoveries of ancient Mesopotamia. Starting with the most recent first. In Part 1. Number 11. The wheel. Number 10. The chariot. Number 9. The sailboat. Number 8. The plow. Number 7. Time. In Part 2. Number 6. Astronomy and astrology. Number 5. The map. Number 4. Mathematics. Number 3. Urban civilization. Number 2. The first form of writing, cuneiform. Number 1. Agriculture and irrigation. Thanks for watching. Like and share my video. Subscribe my YouTube channel. Number 11. The wheel. The first wheel wasn't used for transportation. The wheel was first invented as a potter's wheel and was believed to have existed around 3500 BC. Even though the wheel is believed to have first existed in ancient Mesopotamia, the oldest wheel, named the El-Jubiljar Marshes wheel, was discovered in El-Jubiljar, the capital of Slovenia, in 2002 and dates back 5,150 years. The wheel was used as a luxurious form of transportation for the wealthy, but was also used for irrigation, pottery making, and milling. The invention of the chariot and other important innovations in history were based on the invention of the wheel. Number 10. The chariot. Over time, humans learned to domesticate horses, bulls, and other useful animals, and the invention of the chariot or carriage followed on from their domestication. The chariot was the first means of personal transportation, and has been used for years in warfare, sport, and for general use. The structure of the earliest chariots was from light wood with a bentwood rim. The first chariot appeared around 3200 BC in Mesopotamia and was adopted by almost every civilization until motorized transportation came into existence. Chariots were mainly used for personal transportation by royalty and the wealthy. Number 9. The sailboat. Transportation by land was difficult and took an enormous amount of time. The Sumerians realized that transportation via sea would be a lot easier and more convenient. The first boat was invented and used on rivers and needed to be navigated by humans. The first sailboat was a simple, primitive design and aided in trade and commerce. It was initially used to cross the Tigris and Euphrates rivers for fishing and to explore other areas. The primitive sailboat was square in shape and the sail was made of cloth. The direction of the sailboat couldn't be changed. If the wind didn't blow in the direction they wanted to go, they had to wait for the wind to change in their favor. Number 8. The plow. Humans learned to domesticate animals and use them to make daily life easier. In Mesopotamia, man first harnessed the ox and developed the first plow called the yard. The earliest plow was made of wood and was very heavy. The major problem with the plow was that the dirt would stick to it and needed to be removed manually. It also did not work in thick grass. The invention of the plow in Mesopotamia helped the hunter-gatherer groups to stay in the same place and use agriculture for food rather than hunting. Number 7. Time. The Mesopotamians developed the concept of time, dividing time units into 60 parts, which eventually led to 60-second minutes and 60-minute hours. The Babylonians made an astronomical calculation in the base 60 system inherited from the Sumerians. The number 60 was chosen because it was easily divisible by 6. Thanks for watching. Like and share my video. Subscribe my YouTube channel.